feel bad for all of you guys who were here on time. So I don't want to keep the meeting like running really, really long waiting for the late ones to jump on. Hey guys, it's Callie from E1U Enlightenment, and I'm really excited that you made it to the presentation. We have these open calls every single Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern, and you're welcome anytime. Now, I was going to do this presentation from my home office, make this little recording for all of you guys as an introduction. I'm going to be hosting your presentation tonight, and I just wanted to give you a face with the voice. Now, I was going to make this from the home office, but I was thinking about it, and I'm like, the whole point of what we do online is that we want to take back our freedom, am I right? So right now, today, I wanted to come to you from a really fun location, and this is about as fun as it gets in the second smallest town in Pennsylvania. Check out the waterfall. Anyway, I'm so happy to have you guys here. Please stay tuned for the presentation. Stay on to the end because there's so much greatness happening on this meeting tonight.
In order to get to know us, you need to know how we started. Many of us have known each other for well over a year, and we come from all over. Each of us have different backgrounds, different skill sets, but over time, we have become such a unit. Like, it's kind of like cells. You know how every cell has its function in our bodies? Well, we are the workhorses with a common goal, finding that pathway to make this work for everyone. So when you join someone in our group, you're not just getting their support, you get the full family. And the best part, you'll actually be learning while you're earning. Okay, so now that you've met me and you've met the team, let's meet our CEO, Peter Wolfing. Peter's been in the industry for over 30 years. He's a major marketing guru, and he has over 400,000 happy affiliates worldwide. Combined, have earned over $100 million in gross commissions. Guys, that's crazy. Peter has a super trustworthy name in the industry too. Due to his experience and his integrity, he's very family-oriented and hands-on. He even comments on our Facebook posts or shouts us out on his live videos. He really, truly feels that our success is his success. And people get to know him better later on. But right now, you're probably wondering, what is Easy One Up? Easy One Up is essentially education. Peter has created this amazing training portal that will teach you everything you need to know to turn your passion into a paycheck. What does that mean? You know how people pay to go to school online to get a degree? And, a lot of times they go into debt and then they can't even find a decent job when they get done with school. Well, what we sell are digital education courses or business courses that are basically guaranteed to help you be successful online with whatever it is you want to be successful in online. And obviously this is a lot cheaper than paying for those college classes. And on top of all of that, you can resell the courses for 100% of the commission instantly, over and over for life. The world is changing, guys. When Amazon passed Walmart as the biggest retailer consumer store in the world, and they don't even own one store, shouldn't that be a sign? There's like 68 Macy's stores that are closing, 190 Macy's, 450 Fila shoe stores are closing. many of us are getting involved in online business? It's because the online world isn't a scam. It's how businesses are transforming. Modern day hustler has adapted to these techniques, and self-made millionaires are popping up globally with 100% of the businesses all from their smartphones. In this new information age, the power of technology, the internet, and social media, the opportunity to build the life of your dreams. You can either let technology control you in this new economy, or you can take advantage of technology. You're on Facebook anyway. 100% of people fail because they never take a risk at all. Our generation, parents especially, are turning to the internet more and more to supplement their income. Now, I'm not saying run out there and quit your job, but why not take some of your spare time and invest it into your future right now? So now that we got that scam nonsense out of the way, the next question is always, how much is it? Here you will see a breakdown of the packages. Each package has different courses and trainings inside, so you should get back into contact with whoever invited you to this presentation to see which one is the best fit for your needs. For me, it was the Vertex Elite package. That one had a drop shipping and an Amazon course that I was extremely interested in. I've actually already put those skills to use, and I'm making small commissions on everything I buy from Amazon now using my own affiliate link. And who wouldn't want to get paid for shopping, right? Okay, I'll break it down. So, whatever level you come in on, the company gives you every level below that for free. So not only do you get that wonderful training in every level, but you can also make commissions every time you sell one of those other packages too. Now that is amazing. You're always going to get 100% of the commission. However, you can't sell something you don't own, right? So if someone buys a package that you don't own, that sale will roll up to your sponsor or their sponsor or whoever does own that higher package. And this is how you're able to make a passive income. You guys, nothing can compare to this compensation plan. So why should you join E1U Enlightenment? Are there perks? Heck yeah! There aren't very many active easy one-up teams, and no one really holds training calls. We care about your success. We have a private training and an open meeting every single week, and we offer basic and more advanced training, so anyone, no matter what level. We also offer complete setup for anyone who starts from the highest levels. And I'm a hand holder. I think most of us are. I mean, hell, I'll even hold both of your hands. We're almost so obsessively supportive. My favorite perk of all would definitely be learning the best way to automate my business. When I first started, I used to message at least 50 people a day, and I was thinking, like, oh, my computer gonna fall off.
Nobody got time for that.
That's right, Sweet Brown. We sure don't. So, like Douglas here says, to do the job right, you need the right tools. Now, I told you automation was my favorite, but what we teach is next level stuff. A lot of these companies will tell you to reach out to friends and family or share it with everyone you know. We teach you to use the power of social media and some kick-ass tools to reach out to people all over the world who are already interested in what you have to offer. So our automation methods are going to save you so much time. Eventually, you may even be able to make sales in your sleep. Now you gotta check this out. This is what an inbox on automation looks like. So, I want to be really open with you right now. This is a business, not a job. Money is not going to start magically popping out of your smartphone as soon as you sign up. There are no secrets really, but you do need to show up for your business. And as for the requirements, there aren't really any, but good Wi-Fi and a positive attitude will definitely get you going. And to make setting up a little easier, I do recommend having a laptop or a computer. Well, by now, I hope you have seen the earning potential. If you're still skeptical, no worries. We're just getting started. What if I told you that someone has already made over $1 million with this company? Would you believe me? Well, this is Michael Menzel with Peter at the live event. Yeah, we have those too. Michael is always at the top of the leaderboards. He was one of the very first people to sign up when Leaderboards established the company. Would it be nice to follow that same path? Well, meet Pierce, Peter's son. He is brand new to marketing and he just turned 21. Pierce has already made over $70,000 with You in just a few short months.
Important. Individual results will always vary and will depend entirely on your own individual capacity, work ethic, business skills, and experience. The motivation of things, the planning, ability, and training, economy, all of the sorts of things is another factors. Where it's all responsible for your own position. Only your time and related results. And then the same thing with it's not responsible for your method. And then graph results in all the other people. This is sort of essential. Results in mind, the camera, on getting or results.
Are y'all still awake out there? I hope you enjoyed our presentation. We really wanted to keep it, casual and lots of fun and still really informative at the same time. So I hope you guys can get your questions answered. If you do have questions, I would encourage you to reach out to whoever it was that invited you here to this meeting tonight, because they are experts. They are going to be able to answer every question that you have and also help you find out what path is right for you if you want to get started right now. So I want you guys to stay tuned. But next we have some live testimonies from our members and some special guest speakers. We have one every week, so keep in mind that this next version of the meeting is going to be different every week. And you guys are welcome anytime. We'd love to have you again. So like it says on the slide here, you guys, I don't want you to ever forget that what you think about, you bring about. The network marketing profession pays out approximately $200 million in commissions every day of the year. That's not some made-up statistic, guys. I want you to listen, have an open mind, and maybe it's time that you take a closer look. So again, thank you everyone for coming out, and don't go anywhere. There's a lot more greatness about to happen.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Look where we are. We're standing on top of this big waterfall, and I'm gonna show you the block after. I just want to show you how cool it is here on the top. Are you serious? Right here, right now. That is so awesome. You just interrupted my video, but that's so worth it. All right, don't fall. You should come away from there now. You're making me nervous.
But to become a paid user, oh here, look at that. 5,000 people joined in 30 days. Pretty decent number. Look at this. Gross earnings
credit cards only, $59,125 in the past 30 days. That's only credit cards. Other pay methods, so like PayPal, Bitcoin even, Western Union, check, another 7,000. And 224,325 in 30 days. And another 290,000 on all other pay types. That's over $500,000, you guys.
Those days where you're like half asleep and it's not even 11 o'clock yet, but you still make a $250 sale because internet marketing kicks ass.
What's up, people? What's going on? Y'all see it? Y'all see it? Y'all see it, guys? We out here right now chilling. Me and Jenna, my beautiful wife, out here hanging, enjoying the day. It's looking awesome out here right now. Sweet out here right now. Everybody chilling, getting it in, doing their thing, getting their drink on, living life.
Okay, so I had to unmute myself. You guys, we used to have something that applauded at the end of the presentation, and I missed that. We have to put that back in because it was so cute. So I need to shorten it and then put the applause back in because that's the most important part, right? So anyway, guys, thank you everybody for coming out to our presentation. I want to just kind of hand it right over to Val because as you guys, some of you guys know, Val was at the event this past weekend. I want her to talk about what she learned from Peter and Michael Mansell and just like overall what her experience was. So Valerie, are you muted?
There, I just unmuted it. So I'm a little bit like sleepy and like trying to keep it all together. I'm a little bit tired. But you guys, this weekend was really incredible. I mean, I was kind of stuck in a little bit of a negative space. I felt like I just couldn't like shift gears forward. And this weekend really like helped me out of that. So I feel like I've totally shifted the gear and I'm not stuck anymore. And I'm just like ready. And hopefully I can pass some of that energy on to you guys, because I mean, this was my first event. I've never been to a marketing event before. And the thing is, my parents have, because they used to do an MLM company. They used to be a part of ACN, which is like a telecommunicative service company. I don't remember. But they went to events all the time, and they were always like pumped when they came back and everything. And you know, being able to get to go to one, like now I understand why. And it was really amazing to meet Peter. I got to meet Peter. I got to meet Pierce. Pierce and I took like a really cute picture together when we were at the Hard Rock Cafe to have dinner. Sorry, there was a bug on my screen. And hearing Michael Mansell talk, he's my like vision of him online. You know, I kind of thought he was a little bit like rude and stuff, whatever. And then I met him in person. He's like the nicest person. And him and Pierce are super tall. Michael Mansell's like really tall, but he's really funny. And he's just like, he's a really cool guy. And listening to Peter talk, like I took a bunch of videos of it and everything. And he just talked like in between each speaker and talked about everything that he's changing with our company soon, with everything changing in October to keep up with the consistent change of, you know, our industry. And I'm really thrilled that he's doing that. Like, I can't wait to see the changes that he's implementing, because it's going to make our company just that much better, and it's just more leverage for us. And him putting all this like new stuff in, like I said, he's making it easier for us to leverage the company itself to make our sales, and he's doing it all for us. And I didn't get too much time to really like talk to Peter and like interact with him. He was quite busy, but he, you know, it was fantastic meeting him. I mean, shaking his hand, like, it was amazing. And I didn't get much time to talk to Michael either, but his presentation was really great. He really just talked about like YouTube and how he's utilized YouTube and made a ton of money doing that. And he broke down his whole system when it comes to YouTube, which I already knew most of it, but there was a few little details I didn't know in there. And just about like ranking stuff on YouTube, and that's how he's made a ton of money just from doing that. He can rank anything and have that like passive income. So he really just taught us about that and broke that whole system down of exactly what he does with his businesses. And Peter really just talked about like mindset stuff and talked about, you know, the future of the company. And you know, it was really more about the other guest speakers. So Mike Williams spoke, and it was great hearing Mike speak. And Victor Grant, he's like so crazy. He's a crazy hippie dude, and he's really intelligent though. And he actually came and like hung out with us at dinner too, and it was just really fun. And being able to hear these people and be in like the presence of them, it just changes your energy completely. Like, you're sitting in a room and you're just, you know who you're in front of, and at the same time it's like surreal. And I can't there's so much in my head from this weekend. It's hard for me to really like tell it all back to you guys, but it really all came down to like the same thing. Everybody really was talking about the same thing. It's, you know, a matter of putting yourself out there. It's a matter of being innovative and just, you know, constantly trying to learn and make yourself better. And you know, that's why these changes are happening with our company. It's like he's making our company better and keeping up with everything, and it's going to make us better. And that was like really what I got from hearing everyone and being able to hear all of these people speak, you know, millionaires, billionaires, six-figure earners, they all basically have the same thing in common. It's like nobody is any different than the next person. And when it comes down to it, all the values and the structure of making money online is really the same. And, you know, once you understand that it's just a matter of putting out content and making yourself valuable and getting in touch with the people that you're trying to reach and then sending them the information and following up with them accordingly and figuring out, you know, their problem and how you can solve it, and then growing your own mindset and just focusing forward with expanding your knowledge constantly so you can keep putting out this constant value to keep growing and growing. Like, that's ultimately what I got from all of these people, is like that's really the base of everything. Like, they were all promoting some different things to some extent and talking about, you know, where their strong suits are, like Michael Mansell with YouTube and Victor Grant with like systems and doing like coding and making his own training and stuff. But it was all the same stuff. It was all in an effort to help you make content and learn further how to better use the internet to get leads. And Peter, like I said, I'm trying to remember exactly what he really talked about. He mainly just talked about like mindset stuff and just moving forward with the company. So just getting to hear them speak was really surreal, and getting to actually, you know, shake their hands, give them hugs. Like, I definitely can't wait to do it again. It's something that I want to keep doing, and the energy just resonates with you, and it's going to stick with me for a while. And hopefully I can help like give that to you guys and just kind of push some of that like energy to you.
Yeah, and you guys are definitely going to be hearing a lot of the information that Val heard too, because I got it on live stream. And so like I can't share it, obviously. I actually tried, but I can't because it was in a private group. But oops. But you'll be hearing it rehashed because I'm gonna start doing like you know, it's a lot of it will probably end up in our training that Val and I are putting together, but also I want to start doing at least once a week in our Facebook group, just like a little mindset like pep talk thing, because I think that the mindset is something that a lot of people struggle with the most, and so I want us to be supporting each other as a team and trying to keep each other up and keep that energy going so that nobody's really feeling down, because when you start to feel that way, when you start doubting yourself or your company, you're not going to get sales. You have to actually believe in the company and believe that you're going to get the sales before they'll come, because it's all a part of the whole energy thing. And I've really been studying a lot on energy and vibrations and the way that the universe gives you what you ask for. And a lot of us are very it's ingrained in us to be negative and say, oh, I can't do that, or oh, I wish for that, but this is what's going to happen. Like we always are saying these things out loud, and it's like we're telling the universe what we don't want, and because they're not hearing what we do want, we're getting all what we don't want. You know what I mean? So like trying to like break it down, but you know, there's a lot more that goes to it. But that's something that I really want our team to focus on. That's, you know, the whole enlightenment thing. Like I really want always good energy, because that's going to attract tons of good energy back to us. And I think that's a really important thing, and that should always be our focus. So definitely self-development and your mindset, and constantly be learning, like sucking up everything you possibly can get. So I'm really excited about all this training that we've gotten our hands on. Like between Val and I together, we've got so much training that we're going to be rehashing into our own training so that everybody has access to it, you know? So I think that's going to be a really great thing.
Yeah, like I can't just sit here and retell every single thing that I learned this weekend. Like there's a lot of ideas in my head and stuff like that, and I will be sharing it like when we do our lives in group and, you know, in training, or if you're personally working with me, then, you know, we can talk about all that stuff. But it's so much to go through. It just basically, you know, one of my biggest realizations is that the differences between like you know, these people, Peter being a billionaire, you know, Michael Mansell, millionaire, and, you know, even six-figure earners and stuff, it's like the only difference between people is really work ethic, you know, and knowledge. So when you keep growing your knowledge and you keep pushing your work ethic, you keep leveling up. And what I, you know, really realized is that it really is the same thing. Like when it comes to online marketing, yes, things change and you adapt, but it's never going to change that you're putting out valuable content and making yourself valuable and, you know, getting leads and stuff. It's all just the same process, and it doesn't matter what business. And you learn these skills, these basic skills, and you keep building on them. And then, you know, you add in other streams of income and you keep utilizing the skills that you know and keep adding on to those skills. And that is what this is. And this is how, you know, people like Michael Mansell have, and Peter Wolfing, of course, have a full-time, you know, lifestyle of doing this, and we will too. It's just, you know, we're not there yet. We're scaling, and at one point they were like that too. And Michael was talking about like how he used to be that desperate person in like people's inboxes and stuff. Like every single person goes through that stuff. And Peter was talking about how he has struggled, like he really struggled for a long time. And he's had a lot of ups and downs, and all the people that spoke did. And when you look at, you know, these really successful people, it's like our first instinct is just to think, well, you know, they're so lucky, I wish I could be like them, blah blah blah, because nobody ever looks at the iceberg. But the iceberg is huge with these people. Like they have gone through a ton and they work really hard, and they are no different than you. The only difference is that they put in, you know, more effort. They put in more knowledge. Like they just keep growing. And as long as you guys keep that, you know, in yourselves, like you'll get there. And that was just incredible to me. I love hearing about people's struggles, because then they just, you know, they're humanized to you, and it puts you on a different level. And that's like, I was so nervous to meet people, you know, like some of these other millionaires, and just very successful people. I was nervous to meet them. And then when it actually happened, I was just like, just relax. Like they're literally no different. They're just a person. Like, and once you get past that, then you can sit there and have these meaningful conversations and just learn from whatever it is they're saying. And it makes you feel really confident and appreciative of yourself, because you're just like, these people were all in the same position or a worse position than me, and they have like totally overcome it. And then it just makes you feel like, well, yeah, of course I can overcome this too. And it just makes you humble and, you know, just puts you in a good mindset.
Yeah, I love it. And that's the total truth. Like everybody had to start somewhere. So, you know, don't be down on yourself because you're new. Like a lot of people on our team are very new, and they're feeling like they're not having the success that they thought they probably would have by now. And I just want you guys to know, like, that's why I'm like, I know Val's like this too. We're very transparent and we'll tell you flat out, like, it's not going to work right away. It's going to take you some time, especially for people that don't have any kind of following built up yet. And honestly, I feel like this whole past year of marketing has kind of set my foundation for what I want to do in the future. And I think that's a really great thing too. You guys have to all kind of get to that point. So it's going to happen. You just have to trust in the process. But I don't want to keep you guys on forever. If you have any questions regarding our presentation or what we've talked about now or in future meetings or anything like that, reach out to the person who invited you here tonight. They can answer all the questions that you have, total experts, the whole team. So, but I want to thank you guys for coming out. I
don't want to keep you, so we're going to go ahead and end it, but please come back next week. This portion of the meeting is always different, so we're going to have somebody else on, and we're going to be talking about a new topic next week. Okay? I just saw Jordan's face. He's like, what? Hi, Jordan, you're late.
I was late too. My internet wasn't connected.
Hi, Betty. I see you too. Oh, hi, guys. I just saw you guys that hopped on late. So,
Well, just remind them about the YouTube channel and that they can go back and watch.
oh yeah, so it's not up right now yet, but we do have a team YouTube channel, you guys, that's going to get all of our recorded meetings uploaded to it. And we just thought this would be nicer for everybody because you can go in and grab the links. You don't have to worry about your people ending up on someone else's YouTube. It's just like no links on this one. It's just gonna direct them back to our Facebook group or whatever. So it's gonna be really, I think it's gonna be a really good resource for us as a team. So I think Nate can correct me if I'm wrong. I think we're just called E1U Enlightenment. You guys can also go to the group, and there's a link in there. You can just click on it to subscribe. But do the little bell notification too, and you'll know when our video comes up. And it'll probably be up later tonight, along with the team training from last night that a lot of you guys missed. It was so good. So on the private team training, I want you guys to make sure you go back and watch that and start utilizing the tools that Nate and I showed you last night. Okay?
Oh, I need to watch that.
Yes, you do. All right. So thanks, everybody, for coming out. Reach out to the person who invited you if you have any questions. You can always reach out to us as well. And I hope you all have a great night.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, guys.